Good evening. It's now dinner time, and I'm going to make some dinner. So tonight, I'm going to use Simply Balanced wild-caught salmon, as well as giving the consumers a choice, wild-caught Alaskan cod fillets as well, also Simply Balanced. So I'm going to open them up. They are individually wrapped, so that's actually good. I've already thawed them out, and we're going to cook. So let's face it, no one wants a fishy smell. So I'm getting out some garlic, a knife, of course, and onion. And we're going to put this in the pan and saute it first. This will give it some taste, give it, being the fish, some taste, as well as take away any fishy smell or fishiness to the filet beast. So I'm going to also do, over here, I'm going to take these organically grown mini peppers, yellow, orange, and red, and also saute them as well. It takes time to saute some of this stuff, so we're gonna get this going first in a pan full of olive oil. In the meantime, I suggest I'm gonna actually cook some rice, so I have a pan that has a fitted top to it, so we can kind of steam in the rice there. Okay. For my other side, I'm going to use asparagus sprouts here and cut off their bottoms a little bit. The bottom kind of is a little tougher, not as tasty as the middle and top portion. So we can discard those away. I don't think we can see this here. See, I'm getting rid of all these bottoms. And this I'm going to just bake with olive oil on it in my smaller convection oven. Save some space. We don't need the big oven since we're doing most of the stuff on the stovetop. So I intersperse or spread out the asparagus. And then I'm gonna I actually use a spray of olive oil, like so. Keeps it easier. And this goes in the oven at 375 on bake. And we can get that in and out of the way. I'm adding a little water here to saute the onions and peppers and soon to be added garlic, because you don't want to have an oil fire if this gets too hot. The water's going to evaporate, but it'll just help saute it a little bit. Meanwhile, the rice water is boiling. You don't need it that much. So I'm going to turn that down like so and get the rice in there. I just put the mashed garlic in and the garlic press in there. Water's boiling. And the oil's boiling, and I'm gonna close that up. Meanwhile, the rice is in. It's a good idea to take like a wooden spoon, mix the rice around so that doesn't get all balled up, and the water uniformly permeates and gets absorbed into the rice granules there. We're gonna let that's a little too much water actually, so I'm gonna let that evaporate a little under the low heat. And we'll come back to that. Remember, the asparagus is in there, and stand by for the fish. So this is gonna sort of be the basis for our sauce. And what I think I'll do is make another side of Brussels sprouts. So with Brussels sprouts, you rinse them off. You want to cut off the little bit. You want to cut in two places. The little bit of the stem, flick that into the sink or the garbage disposal, and then here, the center of the body of it, right like that. And then you have what's looking like that, and this, and that is layers of leaves that are the Brussels sprout that will soak up the sauce. And that's what I'm going to continue to do here. So I'll have a bunch, and I'll saute this with some of the peppers and onion. And the Brussels sprouts are now in there with some of the sauteed peppers and onions and some new peppers too. And we're going to cover that up as well. Meanwhile, the first thing that we did is ready for the fish. You see it has a nice sauce. You want to just get a little more water to hydrate it, not so it doesn't dry up and burn in the pan. So I put the cod in there. Salmon has its own kind of taste. So 4 fillets of cod are in there. I'm going to cover that up so it doesn't evaporate too much and sears in the sauce that we made. Check on the Brussels sprouts. They're doing well. You can tell they're getting greener. And the rice is done. So we're going to turn that heat off. And we'll check the asparagus. That's doing well. It's actually starting to smell really nicely because the oil and the stalks are cooking. And the salmon is now in there, just some onions, olive oil on the side, and cod by its side. Cod's cooking a little quicker, so we're going to turn that heat down. And then we're going to put a lid on this iron skillet for the salmon. So I just checked on each thing. They're starting to look better. Salmon cooking. I just turned down the heat a little bit. And the cod well on its way. Rice is done. Asparagus is almost done. About 9 more minutes in there. And now I'm serving it. So we have a choice here of cod and rice with a side of asparagus, or Brussels sprouts and cod or salmon. And that is the dinner.
For those children watching this video and want to learn something, the word of the day is ska. S-K-A, as in ska genre or ska music. This music combines Caribbean and American jazz beats to produce a rhythm that accentuates the offbeat, a predecessor to reggae music. Ska. Enjoy.